San Antonio is booming. The growth is great, but all this new construction comes at a price. Someone has to pay for infrastructure like water lines, and it's up to City Council to decide who should pay the fees.
And while they have the final say, the council is first advised by a committee of experts who often finance their campaigns. Our News 4 San Antonio troubleshooter Stacey Cameron tonight examines this sphere of influence that can not only control how you use your water, but what you pay in tonight's Troubleshooters investigation.
We take it for granted because
Amy Hardberger knows H2O.
I've been pretty passionate about water for a long time.
She's a geoscientist who once practiced water conservation law, and she thinks water is the biggest issue for the nation's 7th largest city.
Where we get our water, how much we pay for that water, and who pays for that water has to be one of the most important conversations that we need to be having.
About a year ago, Hardberger landed a spot on the Capital Improvements Advisory Committee, or CIAC for short. It's an 11-member panel that advises City Hall on the best way to supply the city with water.
We really do our best to appoint people to the board that are qualified and interested in serving in that role.
That is Shirley Gonzales. Like every member of City Council plus the mayor, she appoints one person to serve on CIAC. And Gonzales recently put her person in place.
He's a small business owner. He has a small engineering architecture firm in District 5.
But that appointment isn't unique. In fact, it's a problem. See, City Code says that only 5 CIAC appointees should hold jobs in the real estate development or building trades, and the remainder should represent the community as a whole. That balance ensures that developers don't get off easy while water customers pay higher rates. But as it turns out, Amy Hardberger is the only member of CIAC who doesn't work in one of those industries.
It shows that there is a need for sort of a more diverse group because it really is talking about who's going to pay for new supply, and that conversation needs to be shared.
So why isn't CIAC a more diverse body? Money may be the answer. Campaign finance records show real estate and development interests flood council elections with cash.
I think there will always be speculation, of course.
But Councilman Ron Nirenberg says that tie to campaign contributions isn't buying influence at City Hall, and he points to the debate over impact fees to make his case.
The proof is in the pudding with regard to how we vote.
Impact fees are a one-time charge developers pay to hook up to public water. When it came time to raise that fee this spring, every member of the developer-heavy CIAC, save one, advised City Hall to keep it low.
But it did turn out that I was the only person that wanted to see a higher percentage of the impact fees go towards new development.
But City Council ignored CIAC, listened to Hardberger, and passed a huge hike to impact fees developers will soon pay.
We have to make sure that we have independent voices on council, that we aren't beholden to any particular perspective other than the best interests of the city.
Does that mean the real estate development and building community is losing influence on CIAC? Not exactly. Like Gonzales, Nirenberg is set to make an appointment to the committee, and his plan...
But I'll be looking for someone who has a variety and broad perspective within the real estate community, but also understands water in general.
For her part, Amy Hardberger isn't surprised the council keeps tapping the same pool of candidates.
I think that probably is because they're pretty familiar with the topic.
She just hopes when it comes to the city's future with water, her voice doesn't get drowned out on CIAC. In San Antonio, I'm News 4 troubleshooter Stacey Cameron.